Let's start with some news right off the top, and it is good news finally on the back end for the Capitals. We've been waiting for this since the end of the regular season, but just a few moments ago here in Arlington, Rasmus Sandin came on the ice and told assembled media that he's good to go, and he is going to be back in. And it looked like from up here, as Nick Jensen was heading off too, perhaps they are both good to go for tonight. And for a team that is certainly beat up on the back end and have had more injuries than they ever would have thought, they are in potentially position to get a whole lot healthier on the back end. Some good news finally for those two guys.
Absolutely. I mean, you get two 20-minute defensemen back. I mean, Sandin is essentially your number two defenseman behind John Carlson when you look at his role and how many minutes he plays. And Jensen is like your 3-4. So getting those two guys back would be a huge boost. Now, yeah, it might take them a little bit of time to kind of get their game legs underneath them. That said, they're a lot fresher than everyone else because all they've been doing is practicing to this point. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, we did not see him out there today. That's not really a surprise. So he won't be in the lineup tonight. But getting Jensen and Sandin back, big. Jensen is a huge part of the penalty kill, which hasn't been all that great. And Sandin is a really big part of that second power play unit. And he was actually taking reps out there with the second power play unit, so you know he's going to be back in there tonight.
Yeah, good to go. Number 38. Let's hear from Rasmus Sandin just moments ago here at MedStar Capitals Iceplex.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working hard to get back. I mean, it's you obviously don't want to sit out for a long time. You want to get back as quickly as possible, but you know, with lots of good help from the doctors and everyone around, you know, we're at a good point now, and just really excited getting back. I mean, as I said, I think it sucks sitting up there and watching. I mean, it's nerve-wracking, and you just feel like you don't have any control of anything out there. So, and it's also very easy to play from up there too. So, yeah, looking forward to tonight for sure.
So, sorry if you addressed this with Tom earlier, but to jump into the series, I mean, you're good to go, you're healthy, but jump in, it's kind of like picking up a moving train here. But what are your expectations for fitting in here tonight?
I mean, tough to say now, but I mean, I've been out for a while, but just try to get in there and treat it like any other game. I know obviously what position we're in, but I mean, we don't have anything to lose, and for me personally as well, just coming in and get a feel for the game quick, you know, keep it simple in the beginning, and then hopefully, you know, get up to speed and go back to my game quick.
That is good news coming from number 38, Rasmus Sandin, getting back in for this one tonight. And you can see all of the guys that have certainly taken a physical toll on those gentlemen right there. This has been a very difficult grind going back to the end of the regular season. And even the guys that are getting called up are getting hurt, like Vinny Iorio. But to be able to get Rasmus Sandin at the very least, if not Nick Jensen for this one tonight too, huge, huge news for the Capitals going into Game 4. And I'm thinking specifically about a guy like John Carlson, who has had to fill so much ice time in the absence of others. That's certainly going to take a little bit of the burden off of him as well. And this late into a series going into Game 4, that's good news too.
You know, we're not going to know officially until Spencer Carberry talks, but Bailey Johnson from the Washington Post, who's downstairs in the locker room, has tweeted that it looks like Nick Jensen will also be back in the lineup tonight. So that'll be, like we said, two 20-minute guys rejoining the lineup. And that graphic didn't even show Ethan Bear. I mean, you know, he's in the assistance program. That's another guy they were counting on. I mean, you know, Joel Edmondson got traded. I mean, this decor looks totally different than it did just a couple of months ago. But yeah, getting back to Carlson, he's had to shoulder an enormous load. The last 5 games, I believe 4 times, he's played 29-plus minutes at 34 years old. I mean, that's a lot. And Carberry acknowledged the other day that there are some signs of him wearing down a little bit, and that's understandable given how much they've asked of him this year. All year he's been first or second in the league in time on ice, more than he's ever played in his entire career, and this is what, year 15, and you're asking this much of him. You just hope that he's able to you know, reach deep down tonight and play his best, but he shouldn't have to play 30 minutes if Jensen and Sandin are coming back in. I bet they can dial his minutes back to 25, 26, which would, you know, it only sounds like 3-4 minutes, but that's huge.